The first thing that you need to know before you start to resolve any vectors is you need to know your right angle triangle well. Okay, right angle triangle is something that you learn from your secondary school, but we are going to do a little bit of revision about it. So here I have 4 different right angle triangles. Any right angle triangles will have one side or one corner which is 90 degree. Okay, in that case our 90 degree will be somewhere here, right? And it will be somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere here. Okay, just to double check all these angles that I'm hovering over here, these angles here are definitely not 90 degree. There can be only one. There can be only one specific corner, okay, which is 90 degree. That's the first characteristics of a right angle triangle. Okay, knowing this, where is the 90 degree, allow us to know where is the hypotenuse side of the triangle. Hypotenuse side is the longest side of the triangle. The longest side, there's 3 sides for triangle, right? The longest side is what we call the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is always opposite the 90 degree angle. Okay, so this is our 90 degree. Opposite will be like this. Let me draw it out. Opposite will be like this. Okay, this is called beside. This is called beside. This is called beside. This is opposite. Going across the triangle. Okay, so this is where our hypotenuse is. For this one, opposite will be going this side. So that's hypotenuse. Going opposite will be this side. Hypotenuse. Opposite from the 90 degree. This is hypotenuse. Okay, so this is the first side of the triangle, the most obvious side of the triangle. Okay, the next thing that we need to know is what angle are we interested in, or what angle do we know? Okay, so usually in a triangle, we'll label one of the angle. The angle might be the angle that we want to find, or it might be the angle that we know. Okay, if we label our theta to be here, then we can know where is the opposite side, where is the adjacent side. Okay, the opposite side, as the word says, opposite, it means it must be opposite. You must be crossing the triangle, opposite the angle. Okay, the angle is here, you go opposite angle, that's the opposite side of the triangle. Okay, then the last side is called the adjacent side. Adjacent side, the English meaning of adjacent is beside or side by side. So if this is your angle, right beside your angle, this side is called the adjacent side of the triangle. Okay, so you can notice that my opposite, my adjacent depends on where I put my theta. So if my theta change, my opposite will change, my adjacent will change, but my hypotenuse will still be the same hypotenuse. Okay, so theta is very important for us to know where is the theta first before we decide where is the opposite, where is the adjacent. So let's say for this second example here, I put my theta here. Then of course, if you want to do opposite, opposite need to cross the triangle. So that's where opposite is. Adjacent, beside, so beside, adjacent. Okay, next one, the third triangle over here. If this is our angle theta, then the opposite must be crossing the triangle. So this is opposite, beside, adjacent. So this is the third example. For the fourth example, if this is our theta over here, then again we need to cross the whole triangle to get to the opposite side. That's opposite. Then right beside the angle, it's the adjacent. Adjacent means beside. Okay, so this is the first thing that you need to be clear of. What the right angle triangle, where's the hypotenuse, where's the adjacent, where's the opposite. Hypotenuse is always opposite the 90 degree. Adjacent and opposite depends on where you set your theta to be. Okay, that's the first step. So now if I change my data to the another side, look at the first triangle. If I change my data from here to here, what will happen is now the opposite is on this side. The adjacent is on this side. Okay, so opposite and adjacent depends on data. If I change my data over here, then now opposite have to be on that side, whereas adjacent is on this side. So I'm not going to talk too much. You can see the idea. Opposite, we have to change. Adjacent, have to switch side. Okay. If I change my data over here, then my opposite and my adjacent will have to switch side. So again, adjacent and opposite side all depends on where is my data. Okay, so that's the first thing that you know. You need to know your right angle triangle.